Hello guys and welcome back. So let's see if we can implement this crouch cover state in Unreal now that we have the animations set up. So to begin with, I think we should start off by making a new movement state, because we have one saying is standing cover, and well, there are several ways to do this. We could just rename this to is in cover and then control the crouched or standing state separately. I haven't really decided this. I might change this in some future video, but for now let's go with a new state saying is crouching cover. So if you remember from the our character blueprint, we have some handling of the movement state. So for example, the forward and move right, we had a lot of work being done with this is standing cover, and since this can easily become really messy with all these handles, I want to encapsulate some of this stuff inside a function instead. So I'm going to make a function called is in cover instead, which is going to take movement mode, movement state, I think we called it, which will be movement state, and it will return a boolean saying is in cover. And what this one will do is to say, okay, is this equal to the standing cover or equal to this crouching cover? So if either one of these are true, we'll make an OR, and then we're just gonna return this inside this function. So that allows us to easily expand in one place if we want to know if we are in some kind of cover state. But as mentioned, I may change this if I can't really decide which is best right now. So for now I'm just going to go with this, and let's dump it in the acrobatic section. Excuse me. So let's go back into the handle forward and say, okay, we still want to have the local movement state here, but instead we want to bring in this new function that we made, and we want to feed it this one, and then we want to connect this one here. So this is going to be a bit messy because we need to move some stuff now, and well, that's something that I guess we have to do. So it's going to look something like this instead. So that was the handle forward part. So let's take a look at what we need to do inside the handle right movement. We have something similar. So we take out this one and replace with is in cover, and we hook this one up and plug that one into here. Whoop. This, and this goes in here, and the false should pass through this one first, and then we need to move everything to the side. So can we fit this in so we can read the comment? It would be nice. something like this, maybe. Okay. So that's the two handle components we took care of now. And I also remember we have one here inside the camera zoom. So we have criteria here also, which we also wanna so we wanna make sure to set this one first, and make sure we can reconnect these two so it doesn't get so messy. Whoop, that was the wrong one. This one to the top one, like that. But this one we want to replace also if with the is in cover. So this one needs to go down here, like this, and this one needs to go in here. So now we can remove this one, and we also need to connect this one and pull it in here. So I'm just gonna switch these two. It doesn't really matter which order they come, just so we don't have too many crossing lines. So now we are saying we are either in hanging brace or in some kind of in cover state. Then we want to continue and set this local is hugging wall. So let's scroll over here and see what else do we have. We have one also here saying the condition of should we do all this stuff is dependent on the is in standing cover. So we need to do something similar again. So take everything here and also this part here, I believe. Move it over a little bit so we have space enough to plug in the function again. And there wasn't enough space, damn it. Okay, anyway, this one needs to go here, this one needs to go here, and is in cover needs to go here. And our local state goes out, replaces this one. Maybe we have space now. No, not really. Anyway, so kind of enough space. That's good enough, I think. Okay, so let's see. Do we have something elsewhere? I don't think so. So that's the adjust camera zoom, and let's do a search for movement state, since I haven't really tested this out. As you can tell, we have the adjust camera zoom function. We already did that. We have the well, we have something about drop down from ledge, but I know for sure that we don't have anything in there. In check climbing state, we might need to go and check. Yes, because we have one here also. So replace this one as well. And it needs to go into the or thing here. And remove this one. Can move this one over. And the local movement state needs to go in here. So it becomes go away. A little bit prettier to look at. So that's the climbing state, and we have something saying, are we in standing in a hanging brace, and we want to drop down, and if not, we want to say, okay, are we in a cover mode of some sort? Then we want to call this update movement state to say we're not climbing. and I believe this one also needs to be replaced. So let's bring out this one as well, and remove this one, plug this one in, and reconnect this and this condition like that. So that's the movement. I think that's all we have here. So we can collapse this one as well. The handle forward we already did, the handle right we also did. We have something with the alignment to the wall. We have a check here saying, are we jumping down from a ledge? That doesn't matter. So we can safely just collapse this one. We have something about try reach a ledge. I think it was something I was left over, so I don't really need that. So good thing we found that, remove. And we have update movement state. So we set the movement state, we also set a local variable, and we have this local movement, and we also have as in crouching cover, and if we are in crouching cover we also want to be in that same walking state and treat it the same way as if we are in standing cover. So that has been handled too now. Collapse this one. This is the function we just made. And adjust camera. We already handled the camera zoom. We handled. Let's see. Yeah, we already handled. This is on the event graph. And was that it? No. I just collapsed it. Okay. Check climbing state, that's the call, and this is also the call, so we don't need that. And these are getters and setters, don't need those. What is this? Nothing. And not climbing. This one is on the event graph itself. Okay, so we have one here also saying if we are not already, if we are not in a standing cover. Okay, so this is gonna say, okay, if we are in a standing cover, then we want to jump off the wall. If not, we want to try and take cover. So this one also needs to be replaced. So take out this one and move this over a bit as in cover. Oop. Come on. This one and this one. This needs to go in here, and this one needs to go in here. So that's out of the way. Let's see, what else do we have? This is just a comment, and then we have, let's check this one, nothing. Better check all of them. This is a hanging raised, okay, doesn't matter. I'm just looking for stuff related to saying something with our standing in cover mode. So this is just where it gets called, and try slide under, we already handled that, and oh, this is the same, and I think this is gonna be the last one where we just set it back. So that's all the places that we have for the base character blueprint. So let's go ahead and save that and make a compile to see if everything is working. And we also want to go and check the animation graph to see if we have something in here needs to be changed. So let's make a search too for movement state. Wrong place, down here. So this is just a variable, and this is something about jumping. We don't care about that. This is just the setter, and this is also something about jumping. Oops. And this is also climbing related, and this one is climbing related. This one is climbing related. It's climbing to stand. That's when we climb up, and this is when we're jumping. And hopefully this is okay. This is actually the animation notifier saying that we are when we are in cover. So this is going to be triggered inside the montage, if you recall from the previous video. So this is actually going to set us always in standing cover mode, which is now technically not correct anymore if we use the same animation notifier. So in this case, we might want to ask, let's see, maybe we want to change this one. This is the easy way. Maybe we want to change the name of this one to say in standing cover. So we will have two animation notifiers, one for each. I think that's the best approach in this case. So let's do that afterwards. So we'll return to this one. I'm just going to make a comment, return to this. So we'll keep that one open. This is something about the hanging raised. We have a lot of checks in here. It's dropping down. Just want to go through all of them to make sure that we don't have some specific logic. This is in standing cover mode. Okay, so all of these the hit results we get now are from inside the locomotion, and they will obviously all of the ones we have now, they will be related to standing in cover mode. So actually I think we can safely just say, okay, all of these following down here will be okay, because even though they say it's standing in cover, because that's all we have implemented. So the only one we have left is the one I just typed in, return to this. And the way we were going to handle this was, as mentioned, we're going to go to the montage for this one, stand to cover, which has a notifier in cover here. And we're going to right click this, and we're going to say no, we're going to right click somewhere else and manage notifiers and rename this one. Okay, I have Maya opened. Let's close this one. Keep saying I need to save. Let's rename this one. Right click and say rename, and say okay, in standing cover, and we want to go to our I have everything inside this folder. I will remove it and move it to the acrobatics folder later on, but we have this other um, animation, so somewhere around here probably. We want to add a new notifier saying in cover crouching cover. And then we want to make a similar one. So now this one is actually not, we want to remake that one in standing cover, connect it again, and in crouching cover, and we can just duplicate this one and say, okay, we are in crouching cover. So compile, save, and that should be it. So I realize this video is pretty boring in terms of new functionality, but I think it's kind of important to show the process, how I go through this, and also it may illustrate what kinds of changes you will be looking at if you have to make some kind of fundamental changes later on, because I didn't really consider this when I started. So kind of means that I had to do all this stuff now, because I didn't really think about the design of this code beforehand. So anyway, I will cut this video for now here and continue with the implementation of the crouch cover in the next video. So bye bye.